Hi, my name is Melissa Daniels, and today I'm going to help you learn how to stay motivated as you're going through vision therapy. Now, I have gone through strabismus surgery, vision therapy for several years, and so much more, getting my eyes to work together, to get them straight, the whole package. And now I'm helping other people do the same thing. Now you can get a lot of my resources over at learn.strabismussolutions.com. There's resources to help you know vision therapy or surgery is going to be a better option for you, options to help you know how to prepare for those things, how to get through them. You can also schedule calls with me over Zoom. So that's all at learn.strabismussolutions.com. Now today I want to talk about something that is hard for pretty much everyone that I've ever talked to going through vision therapy, and that is staying motivated. Whether that motivation is short-term, the motivation to do your daily exercises, or maybe more long-term motivation to, stick with the program and actually complete the vision therapy and get the result that you're looking for. So either way, there's some really great techniques that you can use to help yourself stay motivated. And we're going to go through 6 of them today. So first, and the most important, is to pick a good reason. What is your why? There's a lot of books out there about this. It's so important. If you have a strong enough why, you're going to be successful. If someone said, I will give you $1 million if you can complete vision therapy and get your eyes straight, what would you do it? Probably, right? You'd be very motivated. I know that I could do more if I had that strong of a motivation. A lot of people's motivation is, I want my eyes to be straight. I don't want to look weird, or I don't want people to look behind them or make fun of me, or there's a job I want and I need my eyes to be straight, right? A lot of it can be like that cosmetic piece, which can be very, very motivating for people, and that might be enough. I just want to throw in some caution though, that if you're trying to hate yourself into fixing your eyes, like, I hate the way I look, if I hate myself enough, then maybe I'll change. I can promise you it's not going to work coming from that angle. It's going to be a lot more powerful if you can say, I'm fixing my eyes because I can, because I want this. I think it sounds fun and it's exciting and it's this adventure that I want to be on in my life, right? And yes, I want my eyes to be straight because wouldn't that be fun, right? Instead of like, I hate who I am. I can only love myself if I look different, right? So get clear on what your motivation is and why you're doing it. And if you can clean that up and make it more positive, you're going to have a lot more success staying motivated on that day to day. Okay, the second way that you can stay motivated is to make a decision ahead of time. So what I mean by this is, with strabismus, the vision therapy process is going to take a while. Some people it takes years, some people, the shortest I've ever heard was 9 months, and that was pretty unusual. Usually it's at least a year, a lot of times 2 years. So there's this huge investment of time, and people in the beginning are like, well, what if it doesn't work? And how will I know? And they start, and then every week they're second guessing themselves. Did I do it right? Or should I have not done this? And is it not going to work? Right? There's a lot of second guessing going on. You're wasting a lot of your energy second guessing. And then that is just killing your motivation to do those daily exercises, to show up ready to learn at your appointments. And that's what's actually going to help you be successful. So what I would suggest is just decide in advance. I'm going to do vision therapy for 6 months. I'm going all in, and I'm not going to second guess it that whole time. I'm just going to do everything my therapist tells me. I'm going to do my home exercises every single day and just be 100% in. Don't second guess it. And you might do it for a shorter time. There have been times where I said, I don't know if this is working. I don't know about surgery. I'm second guessing all these things. And I say, okay, I'm going all in until summer break, till my kids get out of school. And at that point, I'm going to do a progress visit with Dr. Dan. We're going to see where I'm at, see if we think more therapy is the best and most ideal way to move forward, or if it's time for a break, or time to graduate, or time for surgery, right? So it was setting up that I'm working my guts out till May. And so then I don't have to worry when it comes April. I don't have to sit there or even if I do start worrying, like, oh, should I really be doing this? I say, nope, I'm doing it till the end of May, And at that point, I'll revisit. And that can just really help you stay motivated and working towards that end goal. Okay, third is I want you to set the most amazing and magnificent goal of all time. Mine is to have perfect Randott stereopsis, central fusion of both eyes, right? Some might say that's impossible for me. And that's okay, right? I have this big goal that I want to achieve, and then I just kind of put it up on the shelf, okay? And then I kind of forget about it almost. It's still there. It's always there in the background. But the goals that I'm choosing and trying to motivate myself for, I'm really looking at a lot more short-term goals. Whether that's as short-term as I want to get at least 3 minutes of each exercise done today, or maybe thinking about specific exercises like, sorry, this is all messed up, the GEM vectograph, right? And seeing more depth in front or behind, working on, there's different numbers that, you're going to do in vision therapy where they're working on your vergence, your base in and your base out, the convergence and divergence. You can say, my goal is to get to 5. My goal is to get to 10. My goal is to get to 15. Wherever you're at, it might be just to experience any amount of stereo, right? Make it a small goal and then work towards that. And just choose these littler goals that are going to help you get that big one. But you can't sit there and think like, I don't have, for me, I've been working for 4 years and I still don't have central fusion in that perfect Randott stereopsis. And I have so much other stuff that is so much better. But if I were to just focus on that really, really impossible to reach goal, I could just lose motivation so fast and just be like, I'm a failure. I can't accomplish anything, right? But I'm focusing on these smaller, more attainable goals that are going to help me get there eventually. So have the huge goal, but also you can shelf it and work on the smaller things as you go. Next, I want you to talk about what you're doing. I want you to tell your parents, your siblings, your friends, your family, post about it on Facebook or Instagram. I love to tell my kids like, hey, I have a goal. I'm going to try to do my vision therapy 5 times this week. And they're really good at being like, Mom, did you do it? They love to have something to check in with me on. But the more you're talking about it, the more you're talking about your big, exciting goal or your little goals that you're trying to achieve, the more your brain is going to be thinking about it and looking for ways to accomplish that. You can even go as far as to have a buddy that you're checking in with. I've definitely done this throughout the process where I find someone else who's going through vision therapy and I say, hey, you want to check in together and see if we can finish our goals? And just having somebody to check in with on that daily basis can really help you stay motivated. So talk about it. Don't keep it a secret and deal with it all on your own. It's easy to do that because not everybody understands what's going on, but they can. And actually people really do care about you, I promise. And they want to know. And as you talk about it more, it's going to make it better for everyone. For number 5, I want you to look at the things you know are going to be roadblocks in your path to succeeding with vision therapy. Whether, again, that's your daily exercises or long-term goals. You already know what your roadblocks are, right? You've probably already tried this, or you've tried to lose weight or start an exercise program. Like, the things that are going to set you back and the things that are going to be hard for you. So identify those roadblocks and then solve for them. This might be having your kids interrupt, right? That's a big roadblock for me, is when my kids come in and interrupt me while I'm doing my exercises, because everything feels like an emergency and then I abandon my own thing and go help them, right? Other roadblocks is I feel too tired. I just don't want to. Another is that I know I'm doing a hard exercise and I might be getting some side effects and I want to avoid that, right? So I have all these things that I know are going to cause me to avoid doing my vision therapy. And so then what you do is you take each of those and you solve for it. You come up with a solution, and I can't tell you what the answer is, but you can. If you sit and actually think about it, okay, if your kids are always interrupting and that's why you don't finish your exercises, okay, when can you do it when they're not going to be interrupting? Can you put on a show for them? Can you do it when your spouse or another loved one is home that can help with the kids? Can you do it when they're asleep? There's so many different options, but just recognize like, yeah, this is going to be too hard when they're awake. I got to figure out another plan and just solve for it in advance. That can keep the motivation going and just also help you form better habits around it. Okay, last, I want you to identify as somebody in the Strabismus to Stereopsis club. Okay, I just coined that term today. This is a club you are in. You are a person with strabismus. You're trying to get stereopsis. You're trying to achieve this, right? You are one of us. You are the kind of person that is going to keep working on your vision because it's fun, because it's exciting, because you want to, right? You are a person that just does it. Even when it's hard, you are a strabismus, a strab as people in the optometry world call us. You're a strab who does their vision therapy. And if you identify as part of that group, it's going to be so much easier to motivate yourself to do your exercises. It's so much better than saying, I like to do therapy, or I want to do my therapy. You just say, no, I'm someone who does their therapy. I'm a Strabismus to Stereopsis club member. I do this. This is fun for me. I do it every day. I do the exercises my optometrist tells me because I believe that this is going to work. So just identifying as somebody who does their exercises is going to really take your motivation to the next level. So those are my 6 best tips for staying motivated. If you have more tips, please put them down below. And if you would like to talk to me on Zoom and we could talk about your personal motivation in your situation, I would love to help you with that. That's one of my favorite things to do. You can do all of that over at learn.strabismussolutions.com. And I will see you in the next video.